Good evening, welcome to Word on the Street. Your name is?
Bernadette Kamara.
Ms. Bernadette Kamara, welcome to Word on the Street. I see that you're here to support Mr. Patrick 0'DWYER.
Yes.
NPD, one of the NPD flag bearer. What makes you think Mr. Patrick is fit to become the next president of Sierra Leone?
Well, I am not much into political parties. What I'm into is my people. And I know Patrick and enough to know that he is somebody that can bring innovative ideas that can work for the betterment of my people. So what I mean by that, one of the platforms that he's so keen on making sure that it becomes a priority is mental health. As a student practitioner of clinical psychology, I know how important it is, and I also know how much we need it in our country. So anything I can do to help that platform, I'm going to help him do, because we need it. It's not a matter of something we're gonna have to come back later to. We desperately need that in our country because we have a lot of things that have happened, and we need an infrastructure for healthcare. But paramount thing is mental health. So I believe if you can have somebody and people with like minds like in the place of Patrick, we can do something big in our country, and we can help our country think differently this time around when we talk about mental health. Because so far the only thing that we have is when they talk about mental health, we talk about somebody that is crazy, which is actually the opposite of what mental health is all about. So I want to join him in educating our people about what we need to do to target this problem that we have in our country. And I think that he has everything it takes, because he knows what it is for that need, because he has a child that is autistic. So he's not just gonna tell you about what needs to be done. He is that person, that father that has a child that have these needs, and he knows how important it is that we help our people to combat this problem. So that's why I am with him, and I think that if given the chance, he will do what is best for our country.
We fought for democracy, so we must defend democracy. And the National Progressive Democrat, under my leadership, will defend the rights of every Sierra Leonean. We will make sure Sierra Leoneans will be free to express their view without fear of intimidation. We will make sure we provide equitable systems of justice, wherein if somebody tramples on your rights, you can go to the courts and you'll be confident that justice will be delivered.
Good evening, Miss, and welcome to Word on the Street. Your name is?
Khadija Jallo.
I see that you're here to support Mr. Patrick 0'DWYER, one of the flag bearer for NPD party. What makes you think Mr. 0'DWYER is fit to become the next president of Sierra Leone?
Oh, that is a great question. You know, having been in the United States for about 27 years, and we've heard and seen a lot of things that is going on in Sierra Leone, which is where I was born, Putloko, and I'm highly entailed into anyone who has the dream to help us, especially with the disparities that is going on in Sierra Leone with the health system. And being a health professional, and I'm looking forward to see someone in place in our country who is willing to address the issues that we face in Sierra Leone, because this has been ongoing. We've had so many, resolutions for so many other, aspirants, and I did engage with Patrick, and when I heard his plan, his 7 things that he wanted to do, that kind of brought me here, and I wanted to know more, so I'll be able to give him my support when I feel like he's really the right candidate. But so far, I trust what he's saying, and I'm ready to support him.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
If you look at the pool of candidates across the country, I will be the youngest candidate in the country in the race. And I'm not talking about young, dumb, and stupid. I'm talking about young, decisive, intelligent, and result-oriented person. Honest and sincere, with love of country. Because I've demonstrated love of country throughout my life. Through the works I've done for Save the Children of Africa Fund, for West African Produce, for Wave Communications. Today, I have a factory that employs tens of people in the country at 0'DWYER that produce palm oil for the export market. Today, we provide seasonal employment for over 200 people with my company that I built. Today, we are impacting over 500 families in Koya Chiefdom and Masimbra and Lokomsama because we deal with people from across those parts of the country.
Good evening and welcome to Word on the Street. Your name is?
Tata.
Tata.
Yes.
Welcome to Word on the Street, Tata.
Well, thank you.
I see that you're here to support Mr. Patrick 0'DWYER of NPD party.
Yes.
What makes you think Mr. Patrick is fit to become the next president of Sierra Leone?
Well, hello there. Well, Patrick 0'DWYER has not only been my cousin, I've known him all my life, and I know him as someone who is consistent. Anything that he wants to do, he always do it diligently, and he does not only has the attributes of a good leader, he is someone who has a strong character, and he loves the poor people. He loves people. He's willing to help people. He's willing to stand for people. He's willing to go to the extreme. Well, I know as a Sierra Leonean, that's someone that we need in our nation, and I think Patrick 0'DWYER will be a great president because he will stand for our nation. He will stand for our people. He will advocate for the more vulnerable people. And please vote for Patrick 0'DWYER.
Thank you.
I know how to take executive vision. I actually know how to project vision. I know how to translate vision into policies and take those policies into actionable deliveries. Actionable deliverables for the nation. I've done it in the United States government at the highest level. I know how to start initiatives. I know how to get support for initiative as demonstrated not only in the US government but with Save the Children, to build coalition, to get other people to come and join you for the common good. We have people here that have NGOs.
Good evening, sir, and welcome to Word on the Street. What's your name?
My name is Philip Oshiote.
Mr. Phillips.
Yes.
I see that you're here to support Mr. Patrick 0'DWYER from NPD party.
Yes, I am.
As one of the flag bearer. What makes you think Mr. Patrick is fit to become the next president of Sierra Leone?
I've known Patrick for quite a while, and I've interacted with him on both personal level and professional level. He is somebody with deep sense of integrity, and he is humble, and he has a keen sense of what it takes to move that country forward. Because in African, the leaders we have out there today, they are just out there for themselves. They are not talking about the masses. They are not worried about what happened to the common man on the street. And he and I, we've discussed politics at great length. And I have listened to him, and I have seen the passion that he exhibits when he's talking about what needs to be done to the common man, the Sierra Leoneans, the common man on the street. So to that end, I feel he is uniquely qualified to lead our country.
What you're seeing today in Sierra Leone is where when the technocrats have designed projects, when the funding comes in, maybe only 10 or 20% actually gets to the actual objective of that project. The rest of the money is squandered. That is why most of the projects that you're seeing, even with the road constructions, within 6 months, the roads are already damaged. Wilkins roads were built within the first rainy season. Water was flooding all over the place. Cars were being sunk, drowned. And we spent millions of dollars for a road like that cannot even last for a whole year. We now have to start repairing. I'm talking about roads that can live for 30 years, like the road my dad built with Woman Abu Company, from Masheka all the way Lonsar to Makeni. The road he built in Kono and Masimbi that lasted for over 30 years. That is the kind of quality work Sierra Leone needs to go back to. The work that was done by our fathers in the 60s and early 70s. But that is not what we're seeing today. He said an apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. So just as the quality work and discipline my dad used to manage and deliver on the vision of the then government when the contract was issued to the company he managed and built us a road that lasted for 30 years, that is how, under Patrick O'Dwyer, we will take the country, we will assess the problems of the country, we will prescribe the solutions and deliver and implement those solutions to uplift our people from the poverty, to release them from the entrapment of their minds now, so they can use their minds on innovative things, on thinking about ideas, on writing books, on learning new skills, new technology. We understand the issues and we know how to solve them.